Welcome back to Two Brothers Comics. I'm Dustin, and today got a little hot take for y'all. We're going to talk about the one thing that we all argue about all the time. What makes a first appearance? If you want to hear what my thoughts are on that, hit the like button while the intro plays and stay tuned. Now, I do want you guys to know we have a 2,500 subscriber giveaway going on right now. It's kind of a big deal. We got some good stuff we're giving away. If you're interested in seeing how you can enter and what you can win, stick around to the end of the video and we're going to show you. First appearances. That is something we all argue about all the time. Sometimes it depends on which book you have and which book you don't have. Because obviously the book you have is the one you want to be the first appearance because it's worth the most money, it's the most popular key, it's the most important one to the character or the series. However, it does seem like there is some gray areas with first appearances on what is okay to be considered a first appearance and what is not. One that happened this past year was the first appearance of Punchline. Batman 89 came out, we got about this much of her, and at that point, this was her first appearance. The following week, Hella Risen 3 comes out, that was her first appearance. The other was a cameo. Now, cameo, first appearance, you can make your own decision on that. But I've got a few things I wrote down here that I want to go over where the first appearance deal gets a little bit wishy-washy depending on what character you're talking about, what books you're talking about. Some of these are more recent, some of them have been around a while. The first thing I want to talk about is Spawn. Now we have Malibu Sun 13 where we have just a pinup of Spawn. That's it. Basically just a poster, like a little fold out poster or a square. I haven't seen the book, but from what I've read, that's all it is a pinup. There's no story or anything like that, but it does predate Spawn issue number 1. So, what's the first appearance? What do you consider the first appearance to be? Me, I consider the first appearance to be Spawn issue number 1. You get his name, you get some kind of origin on the guy, you get full body shot, there's a little bit of story there. You get a little bit of meat on the bone about the guy. You don't have to have a ton, in my opinion, for it to count. But just here's the guy and that's it. I don't know. Especially if it's not in any kind of continuity or storyline. We can move on following with this. This is the most recent one, and this is the one that really kind of got me a little bit. Miles Morales. So up until about, 6-8 months ago, earlier this year, Ultimate Fallout 4 has always been the Miles Morales first appearance. That's the book we all wanted. Now, all of a sudden, Marvel Previews 95 is kind of like jumping over Ultimate Fallout 4, especially in price. It's outrageous. It is outrageous. And then if you go and look on the app that collects the keys, which some people, that's the gospel to them. To me, no. Especially when I see something like this. Key Collector says, Marvel Previews 95 predates Ultimate Fallout 4 first Miles in story. So they are pretty much, putting an asterisk on Ultimate Fallout 4 and trying to say yeah, it's the first in story, but it's not his first appearance. And to me, that's like, you can't, no, that's wrong. 100%. If you're spent, I mean, you do what you want to. Y'all know what we say. There is no way I would go spend upwards of $800 for a previews magazine that he just is there on the cover. I mean, it's one image. No, absolutely not. Ultimate Fallout 4 absolutely is. I don't understand how this previews magazines being first appearances got started. I know it's been something that's kind of been around for a while, even before my time as a collector, but this is just my opinions on it. I think it's absurd, and I think the fact that Key Collector is trying to discredit Ultimate Fallout 4 as the first appearance by putting parentheses up there and first appearance in story. Come on. Who a key collector's got a stack of these Marvel Previews 95s? That's what I want to know. Because I think that's what it comes down to personally. I mean, I kid, but I mean, how does that make sense? Let's move on. We'll move on to X-Men Annual 14 and Uncanny X-Men 266. If you look at Key Collector, the Annual is the first appearance. If you look at CGC, 266 is the first appearance. Now, we know the Annual came out first, but 266 was supposed to come out first. So, I don't know. I got them both. And out of everything here, Gambit is the only one that I don't care because I have them both. I don't care about any of these really. I mean, it wouldn't matter which one I had. Like to me, I have my opinion regardless of which one I had. For me, Spawn, Ultimate Fallout 4, and for here, I think 266 is the first appearance. I think it was written that way in continuity. Yes, there was a publishing error, so the Annual came out first, but still, in my eyes, 266 is the first appearance. Now, these last two, these are two that have us as collectors at each other's throats constantly. I've seen fights start on different forums, people calling names, people threatening to come to folks' houses. It gets serious when you bring up Venom and Wolverine. And I'm probably going to disappoint a lot of you out there, but there are some of you that are absolutely going to drop a comment and say, man, I'm glad I'm not the only one that believes this. Thank you. I knew I wasn't crazy. And you're not crazy because guess what? Hulk 180, I absolutely believe is the first appearance. Why is that? Well, let's talk about it. If you look at Hulk 180, if you read that entire last page of the book, and this is my thoughts whenever people argue this, I always ask them, have you ever read Hulk 180? Have you read what's going on that last page? Because if you haven't, then you don't get to argue with me. Anyway, back to 180. You've got Hulk and Wendigo fighting throughout the entire issue. And on the last page, we've seen the panels that they're talking about Hulk and Wendigo. Neither one of them can outmatch the other. All they can do is just keep throwing, big, brutal hits at each other and hoping to, knock the other one off its feet. But nobody's actually going to win. Then all of a sudden, Wolverine pops up. And you get this panel. All right. Now in this panel, it says, well, guess what? You guys might not be able to take each other down, but I can do it. I'm the Wolverine from Canada. I was Weapon X. And it's Wolverine. Full body, full costume. The panel goes in line with continuity in the rest of this issue. This is a first appearance. You don't have to me. I don't understand why the character has to be on the cover or why there has to be an entire book involving the character. To me, if the character is in the book, part of the continuity of the story, you have the name here, you have the origin, you have the country the guy's from. I mean, he speaks. What else do you need? You need the 181 to be the first appearance because that's what everybody has dictated as the first appearance, and that's fine. CGC says it. Anybody with a 181 says it. That's fine. I wouldn't care if I had a 181. I still would say 180 was the first appearance. To me, that is just what makes sense. Same thing with this one. There's people that will say Daredevil. I believe it is 43. There's an ad for Wolverine showing up in Hulk 181 or 180 in Daredevil 43. That's an early first appearance. No, it's just a picture of the guy. That's all it is. It's an ad. It has nothing to do with any kind of a story inside of the book that it was published in. It's just an ad. It's no different than the previews. It's no different than the Malibu Sun. It doesn't count. It doesn't count. It doesn't count. And if you're out there trying to tell everybody that previews and ads and this and that counts, you're wrong. You're 100% wrong. Because you don't get any continuity out of those. And if you don't get any continuity, then how did they even... If a tree falls in the forest and nobody was around, did it fall? Did it make a noise? I don't know. I don't believe in ads and previews being first appearances. I believe in being a part of the continuity of the story that is published in. You get names, you get full body shots, they speak. That's good enough. That's what you need. Personally, that's how I look at it. Same thing with Venom. If you look at Venom and ASM 299, okay, Venom is in Peter Parker and Mary Jane's apartment. Mary Jane comes in, and obviously she thinks she's seeing Spider-Man in the symbiote suit, and Venom steps out, and he speaks to her and says, honey, and then she freaks out. You flip the page over, you get a full body shot of Venom. One of the most iconic shots of Venom, so much so, it was used as a cover for issue number 1 later down the road, and he says, I'm home. And then it says Venom on there, you know. Come on, full body shot. He's in 2 pages in that one, 3 different panels. He speaks. What do you need? Oh, ASM 300 has the better cover. He's in the entire story. That's the one that's worth all the money. Come on. If you want to talk about a cameo, yeah, sure, an ad or preview. Call that a cameo. I don't care. But to me, I don't see a cameo, a first appearance, a first full appearance. Where did they show up? Where did they show up in the story? That's what I want to know. That's what counts for me. Previews and ads, there's no story there. There's no continuity. Where did the character show up in continuity, in a storyline? That's the first appearance. I don't care if it was 1 panel. I don't care if it was 2 panels. I don't care if they're on the cover. I don't care. I don't care. It does not matter to me. All I want to know is, when did the character show up in continuity? Leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? I know there's going to be a lot on both sides, so I'm interested to see what you guys think. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. Stay tuned after the video to hear about the 2,500 subscriber giveaway, because you know you want to enter into that. As always, guys, collect your way.
To enter our 2,500 subscriber giveaway, all you have to do is like, comment, and share this video. Subscribe if you aren't already. This is one of the 3 prizes we're going to be giving away, brought to you by Mad Cave Studios with the Show's End #1, Honor and Curse, one of the best books around, Knights of the Golden Sun, and Battle Cats #1. Also from TKO Studios, Sentient by Jeff Lemire. Wonderful read, and if you use the code BROTHERS20 on their site, you get 20% off all purchases. And then also one of the BCW supplies showcases. Beautiful way to display your comics, but that's not all. And this is just one of 3 giveaway items. Now, we have almost all of the Timeless variants, and this is brought to them by who, Dustin?
Back-to-Back Comics of Marietta, Georgia donated these. Make sure if you're in the area of Marietta, Georgia, look them up and go check them out. They gave you guys all of these Timeless variants. There's only a few missing from a complete set here. This is an awesome prize. Now, this is all one prize together. We're going to cover the shipping, US only. Make sure you guys comment in the video, hit the like button, share it out, and if you're not subscribed, make sure you are.